Hands, Farm Boy Reef here. So on today's episode of Coral Friday, I picked up a really nice specimen for you guys. It's right behind me. It's been in my tank for about an hour and a half now. I've been acclimating it. When you acclimate, always make sure you add a little bit of your tank water into the bag and to keep the salinity the same in your temperature. We don't want to shock that coral. We always want to make sure our corals have the best fighting chance when you get them in our tank and take off. So this coral right here is called the red montipora. I picked it up from a local fish store, Marinescape in Ottawa. It's been in their main display tank for quite some time, and actually it overgrown and started trying to come out of the water and start to plate. So they fragged it all up. So this is like a really nice piece of frag, almost the size of a baseball. And I've been eyeing it up for a long time, and finally had my chance I could actually get a piece of this coral. So I ended up picking it up, and I'm going to share it with you guys today. So if you guys want to check out Marinescape in Ottawa, I'll leave all their information at the end of the video, guys. So with this coral, it likes a high intense light. So where we're going to place it is higher in the tank, so it can get the high intense light to keep it, alive and keep it to grow. The other thing that it likes a high flow, because with the high flow, I find is the more flow you have, it makes the branches a lot thicker, and it's not spindly like little sticks. It'll break off if your fish hit it, so it makes it a lot stronger as well. You'll want to make sure to keep your calcium, magnesium, alkalinity, and keep all your elements in check. So this coral has enough calcium, magnesium to grow its skeleton to keep it plating out. You want to make sure and have that, keep them all in check, keep your ppms up high. So that's where I'm going to place it. I'm going to place it high, and it's going to have a nice flow area. So a few other things what we have to do here is like, how are we going to mount this coral? So we're going to use the 2-compound putty. So we're going to use the 2-compound putty to mount this coral today, guys. We're going to use the Aquascape epoxy. We got the two colors. We got the green and we got the purple, and you just mix those together. And this is how we're going to attach this coral to the higher level, so we have that high intense light coming off the radions. Or if you guys have metal halides, whatever you guys run for LEDs, metal halides, they're both a great product. So what we have to do now is we have to take this coral down to the lab. We're going to use some REEF primer on it, having a lot of great results with it. And we're going to coral dip this and see if we have any pests. We don't want to make sure we don't get any aptasia, like pests, starfish, snails, any of those things that you don't want in your tank that you haven't put in there is the best way to do it. So let's head down to the lab. We're going to coral dip this, and then we're going to come back up. I'm going to get it all mounted, show you where and why, and then we'll open up the REEF link, and then we're going to see what we got and see if we can get the colors to pop off this montipora, guys. Just made it down to my lab. We're going to do the red montipora coral there in a couple minutes. So what I'm going to use today is the REEF primer by polyp-lab. We're going to get this into the bucket. So what you're going to need is you're going to need 8 capfuls of this for 5 liters of water. So I got my famous white bucket right here, and we just have to add 8 of these. So let's add 8 of these together to a solution. So it's just a powder. So we're just going to add. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 of those in there. So we're just going to close that up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to agitate the water here. We're going to get it all mixed up. So I'm just going to mix it all up here. Make sure it's completely dissolved. You don't want it on any of your corals. So you're just going to make sure it's all completely dissolved. So there we go. We got it all completely dissolved. So this is the specimen. I'll bring it up to show you guys. See, it's a big frag piece. It fits right in my hand. It's a very beautiful color. It's got a lot of pink in there. And this one has been in their tank for like many years, so I'm happy to actually get this one. And I know with this coral, it actually likes the aquarium life, so that's good. So let's get this into the coral dip. All right, so we got the red Monty. It's been in the coral dip here about 5 minutes now. The coral's looking really clean, so thumbs up Marinescape. No pests on this one at all, but I'm gonna bring you guys in close so you guys can check out this beautiful piece. It's a really nice sized frag. So let's check it out. All right, so there's the red Monty. As you guys can see, if you look here, you already can see some of the pink that's on it already. That's what it's going to look like underneath the radions, and when it really takes off, you guys can see how it's been fragged up. But it's a really good chunk, and it's been in aquarium life for a long time, so I know it's really hardy coral, so that's great. And then we got the REEF primer in there. It just says to keep agitating the water for the REEF primer, so that's what I've done. But I don't see any pests coming off at all. So that's looking really good. So you keep it in there for 5 minutes, we rinse it up, and then we'll take it and put it directly into the main display tank. So I'm going to clean it up. We're going to head upstairs and get it all mounted. All right, farm hands. So let's get this coral all mounted up. So we're going to end up using the Aquascape putty. So you got the 2 mixes here. What we're going to do is we're going to break off about maybe like 1.5 inches. This is a pretty big frag of both colors. So we'll measure those up. Same, about 1.5 inches. I really want to, it's such a bigger frag, I want to make sure and mount it really well. So what you do is you just take these 2 together and you just malleable. They're really malleable, so you just put it together. So it looks like coralline algae. So it works out really well. I like this stuff because it fits all in the nook and crannies. You can get a really good bond. And then just add a little bit of coral glue on there and imprint it, and you're good to go. So as you guys can see how it all mixes up, it's starting to look like coralline algae. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to get this red Monty all mounted up, and then we're going to get the radions on, and we'll see if we can get this coral to pop. Alright, so I got the red Monty, you got it all mounted up. I ended up keeping them really high. I have a really nice spot for him so he can really grow out and plate out, so it's a really good area. Nice, he's got lots of light and lots of flow, so we're good to go. So I'm going to bring you guys in close. I got my REEF link open here, so we can end up, we're going to play with the colors a little bit. Alright, so let's bring you guys in nice and close, and we're going to check out this coral together. Alright guys, so here's the Monty. I got it all mounted up with the putty, so it's good to go. So I got the REEF link open. Let's see if we can get this to pop. So let's take our reds right down. Let's take our greens right down. Let's take our cool whites. So now we're just with blues and royal blues, as you guys can see. It's very nice. As soon as it starts to color up even more, it's going to be really awesome colors. But I want to show you guys this piece. So let's go to some presets here. Very nice coral. So I can't wait for that to grow out. It's going to be really nice and be able to frag it up myself. But that is a healthy coral. Alright, farm hands, so that's Coral Friday for this week. I hope you guys really like that red Monty. It's a beautiful coral, and I'll do an update video to see how well it's grown and how much it's starting to spread out into the aquarium. So I just wanted to show that with you. So thanks guys for tuning in this week. I'll see you guys next week, same time. You guys could please subscribe, hit the like button. Have yourself a good one. Bye.